of Sweden is covered with forest. This Scandinavian country is one of the most heavily wooded areas worldwide. But is it all unspoiled nature? Not entirely. Here the trees are reflected in the outer walls of a 4-meter-high cube that blends into the forest unintrusively. Further along, we find what looks like a huge bird's nest. It's not meant for birds, though, but for hotel guests. These are 2 of the 4 accommodation choices available here in the midst of the forest. The Tree Hotel was the idea of Kent and Britta Lindvall. It boasts modern design located above the ground.
I think it was a funny idea to create something new up here in the trees. And that's what we have around us. That's a lot of trees. So we need to make something for our development.
It's very special buildings, but I think now when it's finished, it suits in the forests. It's like it's always been here.
The tree houses were finished last summer. Each is unique. Each was designed by a different architect. The idea was to disturb nature as little as possible. Each of these individual tree dwellings has a different kind of entrance. This one is reached via a long walkway. It was built on a slope and is poised 8 meters above the forest floor. Guests can only enter the bird's nest by way of an electric ladder that extends at the push of a button. A hanging bridge leads into the mirrored cube, which is attached to a single tree.
It grows this way, not this, that's on the top, but this grows this way because this is 100 years old and it grows 1 to 2 millimeters every year, and then you just can screw this up. In this tree house you can look out from every wall, but no one can see in.
The view is spectacular. The furnishings are fairly minimalistic. The rooms are between 15 and 25 square meters in size, offering space for 2 to 4 people. Each house has a modern bathroom and floor heating for the winter months. The architects also designed the interiors, including the lamps, which can only be found here in the Tree Hotel.
What we want to offer here, it's a designed environment to experience it. It's to stay in a tree house. It must be something nice, something beautiful also.
The mirror cube was made in a workshop in 2 halves. The task of putting them together 6 months ago was precarious, to say the least, given its total weight of 5 tons. Metal cables were secured for extra stability once the cube was in place. They also prevent the pine tree from toppling.
Because when you put on the tree houses with a connection, you hurt them a little bit. But if you cut the tree like this in the forest, it will be a change in the forest, a chemical change. So the other trees feel it directly. So they start to protect themselves against attacks from insect swarms because they think that, and they will be stronger. So the idea from the beginning, we start to cut some trees and the other trees start to be stronger.
The new rooms are an eye-opening extension to the small family hotel originally set up by the Lindvalls in the hamlet of Harads. The small village is home to just 600 people, and the nearest large town is almost 100 kilometers away. Many of the locals work in the timber industry. The forest is their livelihood. The Tree Hotel is now the community's first tourist location. Kerstin Andersson and Rolf Degerlund were among the very first to spend the night there.
For me it was the feeling to sleep not far from the sky. It between the floor and the sky, I felt like an angel.
It was magic. It's a great experience. I think everybody should try to go here.
Prices for a night in the Tree Hotel start at €350. The Mirror Cube, the flagship option, costs around €450, and the hotel plans to expand in the near future.
Next year we have a chapel, of course, so you can get married, and the bar, and then 24 new rooms. Total.
In 5 years.
In 5 years.
It's the goal, so we hope we can manage that.
With different architects for each room. So we will not make a copy and make it...
We make
not
original here.
The Tree Hotel has already been nominated for a Swedish Tourism Award. But it's due to enjoy far more high-profile promotion in November, when Crown Princess Victoria and her husband Daniel are due to visit.